Admiral's Log, May 15th, 1938. Germany has been utterly humiliated. In an epic trial by fire, the Ticonderoga has shown the German Navy that a single battleship with 17-inch guns can rain down death and destruction upon their ships. During the battle, some of Ticonderoga's escorts were lost. These losses pale in comparison to the staggering losses that the Germans have taken. Word has it, the Germans reached out to the presidents to open peace negotiations a mere hour after the battle between our respective fleets has ended. That is the power of these 17-inch guns. That is the power of the United States Navy. Considering this battle took place in the North Sea, the French have also taken note of what occurred. We expect them to behave for the time being, lest they want to find themselves in our crosshairs next. Hey guys, still here. It's episode 14 of the 1930s campaign. And once again, the German Empire is really interesting. Well, really interesting. Really interested in peace. I have 26,000 victory points. They have 1,800-ish. My naval funds are dwindling really quickly. So I'm going to agree to a peace treaty, and I'm going to hope that with that, I'll be able to get a bunch of money out of them. First, though, we're going to have to wrap up with the Kronprinz. The Ticonderoga is there once again with her 17-inch guns. The Kronprinz is escorted by the Deutschland, Veneta-class heavy cruiser with a couple of those 11-inch guns. This is no slouch. This is a pretty dangerous cruiser. I have Bridgeport and Detroit. I'm not exactly expecting a whole lot out of them, so it's most likely going to be the Tico itself that will do most of the damage. And with those 17-inch guns and a crew that has now seen battle, a ship that has also seen a lot of battle, I do expect to have fairly accurate guns. I have, however, lost 22% of my crew, and if that runs up to 35%, I'm going to be in trouble. Bridgeport down to 48%, and we have the Detroit down to 74%. Now, I really hope that the Tico can end this battle quickly, because I don't want to lose this ship. These take a lot to build, both in time and cost, and I'm very interested in keeping them alive, even if they have, well, most likely a really hefty repair bill at this point. Let's see if the German ship has also taken damage. She has not. Oh boy. Alright, so you are within my range. Let's slow down to full speed. Turn to starboard. Yeah, you guys are both on screen command, that's fine. Turn to starboard, bring the guns to bear, and we get a 16% accuracy on the first salvo. I like that. I like that a lot. We're firing armor piercing. This is semi-armor piercing from these 17-inch guns. Super heavy shells as well. And with those, there's a fairly good chance I'll plunge right through the deck. Because at this range, which is, let's say 22.5, I can pen 32 inches of deck armor. Yep, there we go. That was the aft deck, over pen even. 585 points of damage. And we can keep doing this for quite a while. The Tico is in a position where her stern turrets can also join the battle. And at some point, this German is going to return fire. Now. And she's already hit the Tico once. This is less than ideal. Accuracy 28%. Steady as she goes. Level out the accuracy as much as we can. 28. Thankfully, I don't have any damage instability. That could have been a lot worse. That is going to hit. Yep, flooding. Don't have any damage instability. That's very helpful. Ammo count is good. 337, 303. Ricochet off the deck. That's impressive. I like how it instantly goes, battleship has lost 702 crew members. No. Those were already gone at the start of the battle. So your reports of my crew casualties are gravely exaggerated. And are in fact nothing close to the truth. This is gonna hurt. Partial pen. We're getting some decent damage in, but the problem is this guy has a higher rate of fire. And I cannot very well run away with a ship that's badly damaged. Another flooding. Come on. If we can get some more victory points out of this guy, it's going to be great. Because the more victory points we have, the better our claim on the German Empire. We are not firing our repair... sorry, HE. We're going to be firing AP. Come on. 62% chance to hit. Level this thing. Overpen. Not great. But this thing is taking a load of damage and we are not. And that's how I like to play this game. Let's smoke up the Detroit. Because she is somewhat at risk. Tico, 82% accuracy. The German, having taken so much damage, is now suffering from a bad damage and stability debuff. So she's going to be suffering a lot of accuracy deficits there. How much can I pen with HE? Range? 10. 6.5 inch. I believe these guys were really heavily armored. So trying to even engage them with HE is probably a big no-no. We're going to stick to AP. Because these SAP shells, if they deal damage, if they pen, they generally start a fire there. Look at that. 1800, 3700. This guy is very much done for. We have lost a 2% structural integrity on the Tico. And I should be somewhat weary of the heavy cruiser and her capability of dealing damage against my cruiser and my battleship. Because this thing with its 11-inch guns is quite dangerous indeed. There we go. Kronprinz down to less than half structural. 100% chance to hit. That is quite incredible, but if it's true, I'll take it. 29%. Structural integrity is dropping. Torpedoes in the water. Salvo launched against the battleship. Alright. That's fairly bad news, because the Tico cannot turn. What size of torps are those? Please tell me it's not 24s. 21s. I can handle that. The torpedo blister of anti-torp 3 should be able to take care of that. Kronprinz is now flooding. Detroit, you can turn into the torps. Is there any chance I can slow down? Yes. All back emergency. Slow this thing down. Big hit again on the Kronprinz. 2400. Last week, somebody asked me, hey, what's your favorite ship? I said it hasn't been shown yet. Because it's the Ticonderoga at the moment. This thing is doing amazing work. I should be able to fit right between those torps, unless something unexpected happens. Did you get hit? Yeah, but just not by a torpedo. Yeah, we're good. Maintain pressure on the battleship, secondaries against the cruiser. The cruiser has also taken a lot of damage from the 9-inch guns on the Bridgeport. Okay, we're good. Ahead. Kronprinz, 1500 damage from another SAP hit. Bridgeport, turn away. I swear, we keep fixing this thing up. It comes to within an inch of its life, and then it gets healed all the way back up. So, I'm not sure how many original parts are still left of the Bridgeport. Oh, none actually, because she just sunk. You got hit pretty hard there, didn't you? Yeah, 16-inch for almost 3000 points of damage. Yeah, that'll do you in. But the same can be said for their battleship. Done. Now, last man standing. Deutschland. Train the 17-inchers and let's punch a couple of big holes in this guy. Accuracy 30%-ish. Come on. What's your armor level? None. Switch to high explosive. Just murder this thing. Boom! That's more like it. And that's with... that's with 8-inch. Beautiful. 3000 points of damage with a 17-inch high explosive shell. No, I'm not going to end the battle. This thing is going to die. Tico lost about 10% of structural. Boom! Holy crap, the amounts of damage this thing is taking. You're flooding. You should be gone. Once, twice, sold. There we go. Neptune has bought the Deutschland. And the Ticonderoga claims another victory. So, they did get a cruiser. Because the battleship was badly damaged, and this thing has still not been fixed, the AI does get a lot of victory points because it considers the battle damage to the battleship to be part of this battle. Like you saw, the 700 crew lost. That had nothing to do with the Germans. Well, not this battle, anyway. Still, got 3 times more victory points. It's just that the repair bill for the Ticonderoga is going to be extensive. This is going to take months of repair work. What is this? The Belknap, on her way to Helgoland to get scrapped, encounters 1 destroyer. It's the V-102 class destroyer. Really? Really? The thing is, this could still get fairly interesting, considering that my ship has been really badly damaged after this thing single-handedly destroyed another another battleship. But I'm not sure what this destroyer's plan is. It might just run off, actually. But will it? No, it will not. Hello. It will not. Okay. Set half speed. Make the ship as maneuverable as possible. And try to bring the 5-inchers into range. If we can wipe it out with a 16-inch shell, I'll take it. If not, we're going to have to do this with the secondaries, which fire far faster. Yeah, muzzle velocity is fairly similar as well. Come on. And we got a 1% chance. Oh! 1% chance to hit, I was saying, and then we get a 3,000 damage hit. Go on. 16%, because the DD is now slow. 20. Yes! That's it. Thanks for trying. Time for some dying. How the hell do you survive 2 16-inch high explosive hits? More importantly, can you survive 3? No. There you go. That's the DD dead. Nice victory, but of course the AI is going to get victory points out of this. Probably a lot. No, not that many. Okay. Now the Belknap was on her way to get scrapped in Helgoland, but because of all these encounters she can't quite get there. She's sort of stuck. Which is costing me quite a bit of money every month. Ugh, submarines. I got a pretty healthy escort. Let's auto-resolve, considering I can't even do the battle manually. Most dead. Pittsburgh took heavy damage. Okay. Task force. Oh. Okay. The Germans, not quite at peace yet, because we're still negotiating, have sent a fairly large task force against the Louisiana, which is another Ticonderoga class. It's led by the Preußen, a Mars-class battlecruiser. It's being escorted by a whole group of light cruisers, probably the ones that I haven't killed in the last encounter. And there are a couple of destroyers around, but they're not that numerous. This is going to get good. This is going to provide the training that the Louisiana is going to need. Excellent timing. Thank you, Germany. We've located the enemy a mere 30 kilometers away, which means that the enemy battle cruiser is not yet in range, considering it only has a range of 22 clicks. Louisiana is in range at 31 kilometers, so she's training her guns on the target, preparing for her first salvo. The first time the Louisiana is going to fire her guns in anger. She hasn't done so before, and if we can quickly eliminate this battle cruiser, then all we have left is a bunch of light cruisers and DDs, which, as we have seen with the Ticonderoga, stand very little chance of winning against this murderous 8-inch battery that these guys have on the side. If something gets even closer, we still have 4.3s and 3s. which should be capable of shredding light cruisers and destroyers very quickly. But at that point, something's gone quite wrong, because it means that the enemy has closed to torpedo range. Unless they're using some sort of really short-range torpedo, but that's not very likely. Now, the fact that the battlecruiser is in a smokescreen, that was a beautiful hit, means that there are DDs and CLs all around it. So they're probably set to screen mode. And I know that the smokescreen lasts for about 5 minutes. That's how long you can keep pumping out these smoke puffs. But it looks like the ship is out of smoke. Out of the smokescreen. You shouldn't have pushed. Damn it. There's a big hit on the Cecil. Can you just launch torps? Because soon we might not have any left. So let's make use of them now. Go on. She's right there. Torps away. Come back. I might still need you as a spotter later. Louisiana, start gently turning to starboard. Because I'm a bit concerned about the enemy's capabilities of pushing in. With the sheer numbers of ships that they have. That's dangerous. Now this BC is running really quickly. Which is why it is so hard to hit. They have detected the torps. There you go, flooding. That ought to slow it down some. The DD is not going to land any torps hits on it. We got 2 there, 1 there, 1 here. The rest of the fleet is dispersing, so the battlecruiser is not going to be getting any protection from smokescreens from its allies. It's right out of friends. Oh, close, close, close. It is inside a range, and sadly, there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. I could run away at 24 knots, but oh. But of course, that's not really going to do much against the battlecruiser, which is capable of going far faster. But she did just lose a turret, and she lost a rudder. So, one of her 14.5s is gone. And our accuracy is still building. We get a 28 now. This guy is coming into range of the secondaries as well. Go on. Boom. What's that? That was a 17. Partial pen on the deck. Okay. Give me an HE salvo. Cruisers are 15 clicks out, which is just within range. But let's eliminate this guy first, because it's the most valuable target. Oh, hold on. Yeah, here comes the 17-inch high explosive. Nothing impressive. Did hit him, but it was all partial pens. Because these guys are really heavily protected. They got a lot of armor, and they got 162% armor quality. That means they got modern armor. That's rare. Mine is still Krupp 5. Some damage to the main tower. Boom. Boom. Oi! Yes, that's the stuff. Flooding on the stern. Fires all over. As these 8-inchers are setting fires all over the ship. With 70% accuracy. And the one's fast Preußen at 38 knots is currently only doing 29. And slowing down rapidly as her compartments start to fill up. Damage to the secondary tower. Speed, 27.4. She is capable of maintaining that 27-28 knot speed, but it's going to cost her. It's going to get expensive. Come on. I got 40% chance to hit, they got 47 as well. Because I'm a big, big target with the Louisiana. And the CLs and stuff. They're all vaping again. Let's put the secondaries on these guys anyway, because just sheer volume of fire ought to make life on the CL quite annoying. Oh, you already torped me a long time ago. Did you really? Okay. Yeah, there we go. First hit. Holy shit. Wasn't expecting those torps to actually make it to the ship. Come on, wrap up with the Preußen. Because we need to start dealing with all these cruisers. Considering that they all carry torpedo launchers. Good hits. Flooding again. Yeah, we'll be fine, but this is starting to get really quite deadly. Range 9 and 9-4. HE on the Preußen, yes. Damage to the main tower. Fires, floodings. It's a $204 million ship. Which is still cheap compared to this guy. Oh. Rudder damage, that's bad news on Louisiana. They fixed it very quickly though. There is a lot of shell fire coming in from all of these small ships. And the secondaries on the Preußen. Can we pen this at all? 6.5. Go to AP. Set secondaries on the 84. Come on, finish this guy. There you go. Destroyed the secondary tower. More flooding. Turn to starboard. I'm on 86% structural, but that can go down fairly swiftly if I start taking torpedo hits. Pen, more flooding. Dud. No, sorry, not a dud. That was actual hit. But it barely did any damage. 24 points of damage. I can survive that. Preußen limping away. Extremely damaged. Listing badly to starboard. Still fighting though, but because her turret got destroyed, 2 turrets got destroyed, she's almost out of ammo. I'm not sure how they're keeping this ship functioning and moving at speed. But they are to be commended for that. Torpedo range on these guys is 12 clicks, so I'm just outside of range. But that's the CLs, what the DDs get. The DDs get 10 kilometer range. Okay. My accuracy against the battle cruiser is also starting to dwindle. Come on, finish this thing. No, not good enough. HE. Your deck is really quite tough, is it not? Yes. 5.7 on the aft deck, 5 inch on the fore deck. Quite heavily protected, this guy. It looks like the Germans are turning around. Seeing as I whacked another battleship over the head, as well as a battle cruiser. I'm really hoping that I can get another port off of the Germans. Another bit of territory. I did 23,000 damage, they did 3,100. Again, it is going to cost me, because I need to fix up the Louisiana now. But I'm willing to take that cost, because the Germans just lost the war. So I consider that to be an acceptable cost. The thing is, this guy is going to be out of range. Yeah, let's just call it a... well, not strictly a draw. There you go. It is going to cost them a lot of repairs too. So, more repair bill. And my budget was already doing really quite bad. So this is not an opportune time to start spending more and more and more on fixing up new ships. Because they are new. Relatively speaking. Okay, get into Helgoland, because it's looking like we're going to need some repairs. Helgoland itself is a little busy. It's a 10,000 ton port, and I've parked 20 times that number in there. So this is going to get a little cramped. Belknap has finally arrived. She's going to be repairing for 12 months. Yeah, I don't think so. You're scrapped. That was the plan all along, to have her scrapped. The Idaho is the last of her class. Where are you exactly? In the South Pacific. Does the game still consider that to be on this side of the map or the other side of the map? Here, I think. Is that it? There's the Idaho. Okay, she's almost home. I'm still losing 167 million a month. I'm going to have to start scrapping some ships. Ugh. West Virginia just finished. I can't exactly afford to scrap it. I like these ships. They're so effective. I'm going to cancel the building on the Kearsarge because it is costing me 24 million a month. When this thing finally comes out of building, it's going to be even more expensive. So I'm going to scrap this. Anything that's taking an awful long time. One of the Alaskas. It's just not that expensive. And I also got a couple of new battle cruisers coming up. Let's scrap a couple of those. Because I really cannot sustain any long, pricey operations like this. This is minus 107 million. That's better. What else? We got the Boston over there. I don't like scrapping the galaxies, but hey, it's going to happen. 1 month, 2 months. We got a couple of destroyers currently in northeastern America. That's fine. Repairing 2 months, 2 months. It's perfectly fine. As long as it doesn't take me ages to repair. Yeah, the galaxy itself, 8 months. So that's going to cost me essentially 55 million. That's a lot. Is that worth it? It is 9 10-inch guns. Do I have any other galaxies? Yes. Okay, sorry. I'm not having it. We're going to have to thin the Navy a little bit. The Saratoga. We also got the Puerto Rico and Lexington. And we got the Legend. Yeah, I'm going to scrap the Saratoga. Because that's also another 55 million repair if you just plot it all out. So now we're losing 16 million. That's far more affordable. Alright, we do have a battle group going... Oh, where were they going? Here? Yes. These guys were running into a minefield last time I checked. So they're going to be taking some time to repair. Very high repair priority. I'm still not exactly sure what that does. You're going to get scrapped. Got submarines over there. I got no further battle groups over here. So we cannot exactly harass Japan. Yeah, let's see what the Germans are going to do. And let's see whether the Russians want to come out and play against these two battleships here, Colorado and New York. Because we are at war, and there is a Russian battlecruiser, and I would like to take it down. There has been a peace between the United States and Germany, and this means I can get the Solomon Islands. Yeah, why not? Let's take the Solomon Islands. Let's propose that. And they have agreed to pay the Solomon Islands as well as 35 million. So that's really quite generous. The Russians have run into a mine. And the Germans keep losing transports. Okay, the Solomon Islands. Does that mean I finally get a base somewhere over here? I mean, my geography really isn't that good. I would have loved to have taken the base of Tsingtao. It's a really large port. It's just that the Germans weren't exactly willing to part with it yet. So unfortunately, no base there. Yes, here we go. These Solomon Islands, Honiara, 71,000 ton port. I'm not sure if it's exactly more efficient than what we have over here. Kwajalein. But, no, it's something. It's alright. At this point, I suppose the Idaho is almost there. Yep. Cool. Let's continue. Okay. As I was just running through turns, trying to relocate my fleet, I have a couple of ships, okay, a large fleet, in the middle of the North Atlantic. And this group, consisting of 2 battleships, a battle cruiser, a whole fleet of cruisers, destroyers, light cruisers, they all came out of Helgoland. The only faction I'm at war with that has any reason being here is Russia. This group, in the middle of the North Atlantic, got hit by mines. The New York took 82% damage from a mine. The whole fucking task force randomly got hit. So now I'm going to be spending probably over 150 million just getting these things back up. There is not a port nearby. There is no enemy ship to be found. There is nothing fucking out here in the North Atlantic. And the game just went, nope, your whole fleet got damaged. I'm probably lucky I didn't even lose any ships there. Your whole fleet got damaged, and they're all going to be needing repairs. Even though I have minesweeping capability. Even though I have minesweeping capacity on these things. Doesn't care. Doesn't matter. You're fucked. Anyway, what I'm doing over here, I don't actively have a war with the Germans. I am kind of expecting one, though. So what I'm doing, and the irony is making this all the more pleasing. I'm trying to empty the port here, but Louisiana and Ticonderoga are still going to need a bunch of repairs. I'm going to crew this port with a bunch of submarines. And I'm going to mine the shit out of the area. If the Germans want to fight again, they might, but they're going to get hit by mines. Lots and lots and lots of mines. The ships, like the Legend and the Charles, as well as the rest of the fleet, were on their way to Miami to resupply. And then go all the way east/west, depending on how you want to look at it, to end up at Japan. Because we're still about, 7-8 years in? Still fighting the Japanese. And it's taking forever. I have refit most of my ships at this point, and most of them are getting repaired, either in Kwajalein or in a different port. But look at all these guys. They just ran into a mine, and because of that, I'm going to have to fix all of them. Please remove the mines. They don't add anything. Anyway, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the battles. The battles against the Germans were really quite good. And I'm looking forward to seeing a couple more fights with the Japanese. Because the Japs still have 2 battleships and some smaller stuff. And this war has been going on forever. So it's time to finish it. Hope to do that next episode. Thank you guys for watching this one. I'll see you soon for more.